Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another top 10 list type of video. In this video, I'm going to be counting down who are the top 10 greatest zombies we have seen thus far in the Walking Dead television series up to the start of The Walking Dead Season 6. Okay, so this was a very difficult type of list to make considering the volume of zombies we have had thus far in the Walking Dead television series. It's pretty insane after 5 full seasons with, the last few seasons being 16 episodes each. We have just seen tons and tons of zombies. I don't have an exact count. It's definitely in either the hundreds, if not thousands, if you're counting CG zombies. So just an insane amount. So it's pretty hard to narrow them down to just 10. That's why we're going to do some honorable mentions first before we get into the actual top 10 list countdown for the greatest zombies in the series thus far. Possible spoiler warning if you're not caught up on The Walking Dead, just due to what each zombie has done. And, zombies that kill one of our surviving cast members are oftentimes more memorable than others that don't. So that said, let's go over some honorable mentions first, so just some different cool zombies over the series. And what I may have to do is after season 6, we may have to turn this into a top 15 or top 20, zombies, just because there's so many. So the first one that almost made the list but narrowly missed it was the I Ate Amy zombie from The Walking Dead season 1. Of course, Andrea's sister. You guys got to think back to the beginning now if you forget. Who was actually played by Greg Nicotero, which is really funny. He is the makeup artist that does all the zombies and that, executive producer, is director too for the series. He's a huge contributor to the show, and he's pretty amazing for them to have. Pretty funny that he's played a few zombies throughout the series, but for me, the most memorable one has to be the one that ate Amy. So I had to put that on there. So he's one that was close. Also from The Walking Dead Season 2 was the Well zombie, which was also close. A pretty ugly fat bastard, to be honest with you. But he wasn't all that, well, he's pretty memorable, I guess. He was like like the key zombie for an entire episode where it was just a ridiculous story of them trying to get him out of the well. So he should be on there as well, too. Then we have also from Season 2 the RV zombie. This is the zombie that Andrea killed on her way to becoming quite a bit more badass than she was at one time. With the screwdriver kill, Dale gives her the screwdriver, and it was a pretty freaky looking zombie. He had that jaw thing going. Some of the zombies have that weird jaw thing, and she just stabs him through the eye with the screwdriver. There's an action figure of him, same as the Well zombie, and there's same as the Greg Nicotero I Ate Amy zombie too. There's action figures of all of them, but also too he was used for the special edition cover for the box set, I believe, for season 2. So there's special edition with the RV zombie head, which is pretty cool. So he's another one that was close. Then we have Michonne's pet zombies, which were also, pretty big zombies in the series. Now, in the comic books, I read the comic book first, so they were bigger in that than they were in the TV series for me. But they were still really cool, and the whole concept was cool, especially at the end of season 2 when she shows up with these 2 zombies, just chained on chains and her sword and everything. Pretty badass intro, if you ask me. It doesn't get much more badass than that. So they're definitely cool. Also, action figures of them as well, too. And, they're out there. Lots of them, actually. Then we have the tree growth zombie, who I like to call, I might be Jim, but I'm not Jim zombie, because he's attached to the tree, and the tree's roots have actually grown right over him, so he actually can't move. This was from season 4, and Carl and Herschel basically just leave him be. Also, again, was used for the special edition season 4 Blu-ray. Next is the Mud Zombie, also action figure for him is out there too. This is the zombie from season 4 that killed the governor's replacement secondary daughter, Megan. And then we have finally, as a special mention, our this zombie from season 1. I don't know to think of him, but they zoom in on him quite a bit, and they show him quite a bit in season 1 when Rick, of course, is in Atlanta and all that. And he's got this weird jaw thing. Some people think he looks like Charlie Adler. Some people think he looks like Jim Carrey. I don't know. He's just a pretty freaking gnarly looking weird jaw zombie. Another weird jaw zombie. So yeah, so that marks our honorable mentions. Without further ado, let's get into our actual top 10 countdown to the top 10 greatest zombies ever. Okay, so at number 10, we're going to start off the list with a zombie from Season 5. We do have a few of them on here. This is one, there's a few of them like this, but there's one in particular that we see, and it zooms in on him, that is literally set on fire. He's literally on fire. You could call him the Terminus Fire Zombie. You could call him, I like to think of a Hell Zone Zombie, or something like that. Straight out of hell, Hellfire Zombie, and you can see the guy from Terminus as he sees the zombie coming towards him. He's just totally overtaken by fear and shock that there is a zombie that is on fire that is coming to eat his face. Oh my God, brutal. That said, some of these might be a little graphic, so anybody who's squeamish, you may or may not want to stick around. That's number 10. Number 9 is going to be also from the Season 5 with Bob, of course, from the second episode, is the underwater lurker zombie. Underwater, skeletal lurker zombie lurking under, grabs Bob, pulls him down, and then comes up, and oh my God, what an absolutely disgusting beast this zombie was. I mean, this guy, whoever this zombie was in real life prior, must have been like at least 6'5" or something, because this thing was huge. He's like, Bob's like pushing it off of him, and it's like puking water all over. Oh my God, so nasty. Its whole body is like just in tatters. You don't want to touch the thing. You just feel for Bob, like, how's he even touching it? But he's got to push it off of him. Just absolutely disgusting. One of the grossest zombies ever. I had to put him on there. He's number 9. Number 8, also from Season 5, is going to be Noah's Little Ninja Brother Zombie. Yep, that's it. Noah's Little Ninja Brother Zombie. One of the twins, of course, that gets Tyrese. Rip, rest in peace, Tyrese. I didn't see that coming. Can you blame him? I mean, the thing is so small. We never thought that a little kid zombie could be so dangerous. But if you think of it, you wouldn't hear them coming, right? Because they're so light, and this kid doesn't weigh anything. You see his arms and stuff. He's just probably like 60 pounds or something, just skin and bones. And turns out to be a pretty nasty zombie because Tyrese doesn't hear or see him coming at all. And he ends up doing him in. So I had to put him on there too because he's responsible for the death of Tyrese. And he's such a different type of zombie for what we're used to. We don't see too many teenager zombies. So I had to put him on there as well too. Number 7. Number 7 from The Walking Dead Season 3 is going to be the I Ate Lori Fat Zombie. So the I Ate Lori Fat Zombie. This one, oh man, so dark. One of the darkest sequences in all of The Walking Dead. I was expecting to see a zombie version of Lori. We didn't see that. Maybe, I don't know how that went, if Sarah Wayne Callies didn't want to do it. Or maybe she just got freaked out by the whole endeavor, the whole idea. Or maybe, they just decided they want to go a different direction because we did have Shane fairly recently before that. So definitely for this one, this was pretty grotesque. And Rick, when he kills him afterwards, and he's like stabbing into the stomach just to make sure there's nothing active in there. But, oh my God, bloated, fat, just can't even barely move. It's eaten so much. Disgusting, absolutely gross. So number 7 is that ugly bastard right there. Number 6. So number 6 is going to be from The Walking Dead Season 1, very first episode. I believe the first zombie kill of the series. Is that right? Is this the first? I have to look back. I think so. That is the teddy bear girl zombie with the bunny slippers. Little girl. Really just getting people ready for what's to come. Let them know what they're tuning into. I love how they put this out of chronological order, the scene. Let people know what they're getting into. You're watching The Walking Dead. You're going to see some shit, and this is, they don't waste any time. They get it started off right away. So also to note, if you guys didn't know this, they actually have some Halloween products for the, teddy bear girl zombie. There's actually this one here. I saw this at a local Halloween store. It's actually teddy bear girl zombie, and it's got like some kind of motor inside or something, and it moves. Like with batteries in it. It's like $200 or something, and it moves around. And it walks around, and it kind of it shuffles its feet and walks around. It's just weird. There's also Halloween costumes of little girl teddy bear zombie as well too. So just to let you guys know, definitely a memorable one. That's for sure. That's one you remember because when you first see it the first time, it's like wow. Really gets you. So did you have to put the bunny slippers? So Frank Darabont there for sure. That's awesome. Now we're to our top 5. So at number 5, I'm going to go with the Dil Killer Zombie. This one was one you got to think back to the end of season 2 now. You have Carl. He stumbles upon it out in the mud there. It's kind of stuck in that. It almost gets Carl. Then he runs away because you remember Carl was more rambunctious. He's still rambunctious, but he was more rambunctious before. And in turn, this zombie ends up being the one that kills Dale. One of the ugliest, most gnarly looking zombies in the whole series, I would say, even by today's standards. Just really disgusting and ugly. And the eyes for sure in this one are just freaky, man. Wow. So he's got to be number 5. Number 4 is going to be one of our survivors, and that is of Zombie Sophia in the barn, coming out of the barn, of course. That was a traumatic moment for sure. You know, you want to talk to Teddy Bear Girl Zombie. How about one of our surviving young girls turning into a zombie? Of course, Carol's daughter, Sophia. Wow, brutal, crazy plot twist. Still one of the best in all The Walking Dead. Going to put her at number 4. That was a trip when we all saw that. Crazy stuff. Number 3, in our top 3. Number 3 is going to be another survivor turned zombie, and that is Zombie Shane. Of course, one you'll probably never forget all throughout the series, Carl being the one to shoot him down in that. Really freaky, you know, really scary zombie. He was moving pretty fast, too, to be honest with you. Almost, maybe he would have gotten Rick if it wasn't for Carl. I don't know. We'd have to, how that would have played out, we'd have to see. But, yeah, really dark and, brutal fate for Shane, and definitely was a crazy zombie to see. Number 3. Number 2. So number 2, narrowly beating out Shane. This was a tough one. I had to go back and forth on this one, but I decided, I'm going to stick this one. Number 2 is going to stay as Zombie Merle. Yeah, just narrowly beating out Shane. This one was crazy because the way that we come up on it, because we follow Daryl and we don't know what's happened. Well, we do, but it's like, as he sees him, it's like, oh shit, it's not like he's just lying there and dead or something, but he's fully turned, he's chowing down on Ben, and just the way they showed it was so just dark, man. The eyes and everything, the zoom in on the eyes as he's munching down, and just, oh god, so sad for Daryl, and the way he has to push off of him because he's battling his emotions too. It's not the same as him just killing any other zombie. Here's Zombie Merle with his blade hand, and he's all big as usual, and he's coming up on him, and he struggles with it. He's crying while he's doing it, and oh man, what a brutal zombie death, and just a situation. So that's one to remember for sure from season 3's finale. Lead up to the finale, second last episode. So that's number 2. And number 1, the reigning champion of all zombies. I haven't switched this one yet. It's going to be difficult for any zombies in the future of the series to take this position, and that is of Bicycle Girl. Yeah, one of the first zombies we see in the whole series that's decayed to that point. Mostly the zombies we see around are not, they're not in too bad a shape. But in this case, we get to see a zombie with the bicycle, where Rick gets the bicycle right next to her, where her lower half of her body's actually been torn off. She's absolutely in tatters, and if you watch the webisodes, you can see how that comes to be, that by saving her kids, kind of sacrificing herself, she is devoured to the point of being immobile. She can't move. Her muscle tissue has been eaten down, and her body has been separated to the point where she is just in basically zombie paralysis there. She's just lying there. She can't even move. Rick, of course, puts her out of her misery, but just the look of the zombie, a lot of the promotion work for season 1 featured the Bicycle Girl zombie. She is kind of our, I would say, our key or our lead zombie for The Walking Dead. If you think of a trademark zombie for The Walking Dead, I would say Bicycle Girl is that one, and I have to put her at number 1. Especially if you see the webisodes, you get to feel for her, and oh man, brutal. And really good that Rick actually does put her out of her misery. Brutal state to be left in, that's for sure. Worse than death. There are worse things than death. Yeah, and that's one of them. Yeah, so there's my top 10 greatest zombies for The Walking Dead, guys. Let me know which ones were your favorite, which ones you like the best. If there's any others from the series, I'm sure there's lots. Lots of different zombies. Maybe the Bub zombie from season 4, who knows? All the different zombies you guys think. Write them down in the comments below. Which ones you like the best? Which ones are your favorite? Maybe the grossest, the ugliest, the scariest. I don't know. Just write down what you guys think about your favorite zombies. Those are mine. Those are my top 10, the ones I think are the best. also, well, not really favorite, but the ones I think are the best overall from the whole series. So let me know what you guys think about all of that. If you like the video, you know what to do. You guys know at this point. Please continue to. Please thumb up the video below. I appreciate it. If you want to share it through, if you've got a Facebook and you got some other friends out there like The Walking Dead, you want to share it through, you wouldn't mind, please do so. I would appreciate it. If you want to favorite it, helps me out as well too. Please do. And if you're new, you want to see more from me, you want to see more of my videos, bottom left to go ahead and subscribe. Click that subscribe. I promise if you like zombies, you will not regret it. And yeah, that's it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you for the next video. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace.